It may be a lucky rabbit's foot, but not for the rabbit. Is this the beginning of my villain story? Hello there. Welcome back to Vault Hunters. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I can zoom in. Now that's a close-up. So, we haven't really worked on our base much in the past few episodes. I mean, we did create our ice spawner room, but that was literally digging a hole in the wall and putting a spawner in it. That is hardly base building. So I think today, in addition to running a vault or two, we're going to build a new farm. Well, not new farm. We're going to rebuild an old farm, which is underperforming. You'll see what I mean shortly. So this is our current Dripstone farm. It is not very efficient, considering I'm only relying on one observer to tick, and as you see, this is taking a long time to activate it. I'm building a new Dripstone farm, and it's going to go right on top of my crop farm in this area that's being lined out with the daub blocks. It is going to work in a very similar manner to the sugarcane and the bamboo farms, except instead of using a observer, I'll be using a create pulse repeater, and I'll have the timer set for about 10 to 15 minutes. Every time the pulse fires, it'll trigger the pistons, which will then knock down all the excess dripstone, and then I'll collect that. I'm not sure what method I'm going to use to collect it. Right now I'm leaning towards conveyors.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And here's just an idea of how it's going to be set up. We've got the dripstone right there. We've got water right above it. Actually, that's right in line with the water from the sugarcane farm, so I just had to expend it over one block. Now those are all provided water. They will drip down. Right now I don't have the conveyor here, so some stalagmites might pop up along the ground, but that's not going to be an issue. The pistons will be placed like that, and I'll have, as I said, the redstone repeater, pulse repeater, hooked up to the redstone so that all of the pistons that are going to be in series will fire at once, and it doesn't matter how long, how far down these have grown. They will be triggered, go to the conveyor, go off, and go into my system. 51 prismarine blocks. I don't have any prismarine, but we can use create to create prismarine. So let's go do that. If you did not know, you can haunt lapis and turn it into prismarine. And so we've converted our lava smelting system over into a haunter for the time being, and I'll switch it back later. The lapis goes onto the plate and starts getting haunted, and as you see, it's already starting to convert into prismarine. There's a 75% chance it'll turn into a prismarine shard and a 12% chance it'll turn into a prismarine crystal. Don't know where the spawner is in there. Yep. Well, more knowledge essence is always nice, and I got a fair bit from there. So I'm pretty low on painite, and this is another ore room. So I think I'm going to spend some time in here. cleared out all 5 POIs. Let's hope I get some good ore holes. I almost missed this one. Not bad. I think we got 6 ore POIs, 9 painite. I need a lot more. I literally used the last of my painite to repair, I think it was my Paxel. And since we're not going to complete the bounty, I'm just looking for more ore POIs. Alright, not much in the way of treasure. However, we did get quite a few ore POIs. I think we got 9 or 10. Quite a bit of Larimar. A little black opal. 9 painite. As I said, we are desperately low on painite. I've made a slight change. Instead of using conveyor belts, I'm just going to use a modular router with the vacuum. Here we go, the vacuum module. So I'll find the center point, I'll stick it there, and I might need to give it a range upgrade to reach everything. But with the vacuum module, it should be able to pick up any dripstone that's over here. And this allows me to have both the dripstone, well, the stalactites and the stalagmites. Pick them all up. And I've got that all hooked up to a pulse repeater, like I said I was going to do. I'm going to have this set to about a 10-minute timer. So every 10 minutes, it's going to pulse. We've got a redstone torch tower. This one here is on, which turns that off, which turns that on, which turns that off. And so when the pulse repeater sends a signal here, this will flick off, which will turn this on, and its corresponding redstone line, which will pulse the pistons. This one will turn off, which will turn on the redstone torch up there, which likewise has a redstone line. All of these pistons will pulse, knock down any of the stalactites, and modular router will pick everything up, and then I will still put a chest or something back there with a chute to drop any of the contents onto the conveyor that I have back there, and I won't need to run more conveyor belts everywhere. Biggest bonus of the modular router with the pickup is I'm gonna have the paper walls like there, along here, which means that any dripstone, let me turn off my magnet, I can show you. We're gonna have the paper walls like this. Dripstone can get stuck there, which means it won't get picked up by the conveyor, but it should get picked up by the router. And so there should be no product loss from this farm. So I still need to button up the look of it, add the water for this dripstone line, but we're just about ready. No, should I say we're just about done. And then we'll have a nice big farm compared to the farm I had over there, which was 10 dripstone. This is going to be a total of 30. And because we can pick up the stalactites, stalagmites, it should be far more efficient. And now, if I have this all set up properly, which I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be, I have this vacuum module set to front with 4 range upgrades, giving it a range of 10. Put that in there, it should pick up anything dropped in this area. I then take my sender Mark II, link it to that barrel, pop it in there, and now if I give this a... give it 1 second pulse just for now. Yep, all the pistons fired. Now we have this set to 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes, this will pulse. The redstone will fire, as will all the pistons. The router will pick up all the dripstone that drops, transport to the barrel, and then every 8 dripstone, the chute will drop it down, and it will head up my conveyor belts and into my dripstone here. This, again, should be much more efficient. It's got, what did I say? It's 30 pistons up top, 30 pistons on the bottom. Will fire every 10 minutes, unlike the old system, which only triggered when 1 dripstone reached a length of 3. And here's the exterior view. Kept it in line with everything else, except it does have that top border, which is slightly different than the top border of everything else. But it matches the aesthetic. And with shaders, I just love this. Although you can see the, there we go. I don't know if 10 minutes is a good time, or if it should be longer, 15 or 20. If you have a suggestion, I'd love to hear it. For now, I'll keep it at 10. I have been doing a bit of vault runs and leveling since our last clip, and I'll explain that suit in a moment. But a few things have happened. I got this trinket scrap off the black market. It did cost me around 4,000 shards, so I had to melt down quite a few items. When we unlock our first trinket, and you unlock them by finding one in the vault and rolling it, once you identify it, you can start crafting them. But you need trinket scraps to craft them, so this will allow me to craft a trinket once I get one. You can probably hear him, but there's a trader upstairs, and he actually had a player damage plate. This is from Dark Utilities. As I was mentioning, you can use Dark Utilities plates for mob farms. I can use this, and it will allow me to damage mobs without actually being there. And the benefit is, some mobs only drop items when they're killed by players. I think that's spiders with their spider eyes and blaze with the blaze rods. This should count as a player kill, and so therefore they should drop their items. And then the last goodie from the black market is this size 10 coin affinity jewel. This is perfect. This is as small as I get, and I'll be using it on my next tool. Now, as to this piece of armor, or this set, should I say, you'll recognize this helmet from yesterday, and these leggings are also from the other day. And this is actually an old shirt I was wearing that I've upgraded from. But you notice item quantity, item quantity, item quantity, item quantity. And then I have a new magnet, item rarity. So I am halfway to level 40. Once you reach level 40, you can start getting armor with tier 4 armor rolls. But I am low on resources. So what I'm going to do once I hit 40 is start using some soul flames on my crystals. This will make it so if I die, I only take durability damage. I don't lose any items. And I can do resource runs. This, if I include my current leggings, which are 5%, so 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 8, that's 16, that's 22, that's 27, so 20% item quantity, and was it 9 or 8? 11% item rarity. This means I should actually loot quite a bit in the vaults. And unfortunately, I don't have a shield with a high item rarity, item quantity, though I might use this shield for the additional 4% resistance. Since this is all an armor downgrade, I am not going to have as much armor or health as I currently have. But if I do this, I could run a couple vaults specifically for resource acquisition, and using the soul flame, I'm going to get less XP, sure, but means I'll level a little bit slower and I have a chance to gather up a bunch of resources fairly risk-free. So we're going to do that once I hit level 40, which, as I said, I'm halfway there. So that is 2, maybe 3 good vault runs away. So let's run a vault. Okay, so good modifiers. We got opulence and prismatic, but we also have a nether theme. Man, I feel so undergeared when I come into these nether theme vaults. Okay, new strategy. I'm going to just ignore every room unless it's an ore common room, or an otherwise omega room. This is an ore room. Oh, so 3 little piggies. I'm gonna have to check, but I think nether vaults have higher ore numbers. Yep, that's a bounty. Forget if the goal of that one was painite or what. Kind of wish I had the dots like in the overworld to make sure I'm not missing an item on the ground. Do you guys craft with the crimson wood much? I always prefer the warped wood. I like cyan much better as a color. Like, I like these blocks. The twisting blackstone, and that one there. Oof. Okay, I'm happy to get out of there. Yeah, 15 chests and one was trapped, so didn't exactly get much in the way of loot. But one bobbing knight, I can never say that correctly. 24 painite, that's very good. Upaline, Alexandrite, Beniotite, Pizzanite, Sparkletine, Ashium, Iscalium, Gorgonite. I got like all of the well, except for Puffium. I got, I think, every single Pog gem except for Puffium and no Echo. I said the other day that I would show you how a rune works, and I forgot. Let's figure it out. Now, if it works like I think it does, yep, we just apply it to the crystal in an anvil, and now this rune will have 14 common rooms and 1 painting room. And that's it, which means we can run around in the vault and look for the painting room and specifically loot just that one. This may not be too hard of a scav. Black mob essence, that's skeletons. Drowned hide is from living. Oh, I forgot about my bounty. Oh well, we'll go collect that once we get out of here. I can't not grab the coins. That's one of the two I need. All right, that's our two from the living. Oh, we even got an extra. Now we gotta keep an eye out for ornate chests. Oh, there we go. There's the painted room. This one's also a little sparse. I had a painted room a day or two ago, and there was literally just one paint can in the entire room. Oh, too bad we don't need scrolls. I just got a ton. A pretty good coin run for me. Okay, if we look in here, we have 2 to 3 black essence. We have all of our drowned hide. We have one of the shards. We need 2 more shards and a saddlebag. Oh well, no. We got everything but the last item we needed. Boy, doesn't that sound like a familiar tune? 174 coin piles. That was a very wealthy run for me. Decent amount of chests, although just did not get enough ornate to get the last item we needed for the scav. Oh wow. Okay, so I entered that vault with 3 gold and about 100 bronze in my inventory. I now have 1,050 bronze. Okay, 62 technically. 17 silver and 4 extra gold. That was very, very good. And lastly, let's claim our bounty, which will give us another 4 gold. And a jewel, although that jewel's going to just be recycled. And now we're level 40. Do I want this one, which gives me a bunch of vault ingots and some chromatic iron for beniatite, mining beniatite, or this one gives me a little bit more silver and a underleveled helmet for painite. Let's do this one because it does give me black opal. You know, let's re-roll it. I have a ton of pearls. Find 38 knowledge essence in the vault. Kill a pair of level 40 unidentified rare plus boots. Oh, now I wish I activated this one first. Although 18 beniatite, that's not going to take very long to complete. And as I was saying before, now that we're level 40, we're going to run a couple soul flame vaults to get resources. I'm going to get less XP. I understand that. That's not really my concern. I'm going to be using this armor here, which is a little underleveled, a bit weaker, but has, I think it's about 27% item quantity. And then I also realized I had this magnet. for an additional 8% item quantity, putting me at about 35%. This should help me gather up quite a bit of resources fairly easy. But the reason I'm doing the Soul Flame is I'll be easily defeated in the vault with this weaker armor. So Soul Flame, I don't have to worry about losing anything other than some durability. But that will have to wait till next episode. Until then, I want to thank you again for tuning in. I hope you've had a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Later.